He's looking this strong over the past year. I mean, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack.
But you said if a fighter's taking that long out the ring, he could be doing something. Bud ain't taking no fight since Madrid off.
Shout out Matt. He's been.
Question.
Once camp start, then that's when we're gonna turn everything up a notch.
Boxing experts are raising concerns about Terence Crawford's sudden surge in strength ahead of his fight with Canelo Alvarez. Gervonta Davis questions how Crawford has looked so powerful in recent years, sparking speculation about possible steroid use. Many now demand more transparency before the upcoming showdown takes place.
Is that where we stand right now with Canelo Crawford? Yeah. Is that where we stand with Canelo Crawford? Because you're saying just because both are great, everybody wants to face each other. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo Crawford?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
Yeah, he needs the money.
You think he had a chance to win?
And another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to, how these guys is, then you get hurt against,
Madrimov?
who?
There you talk about Crawford got touched by Madrimov? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
you got clipped by Gamboa, right?
Yeah,
Right?
Or Kavalaski?
He's looking this strong over the past year. I mean, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm telling you. And that guy that a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
Analysts are beginning to speculate that when fighters stay inactive for long periods, it could be a sign they're using that time to build themselves up with performance-enhancing substances. Terence Crawford hasn't fought since his match with Madrimov, raising suspicions about possible PED use. Some analysts believe the long layoff is suspicious and might point to something more than just rest or training. However, respected boxing coach Breadman has stepped in to defend Crawford. He insists that Crawford is not a dirty fighter and doesn't believe he's on steroids, pointing to his discipline, clean record, and consistent performance over the years.
But you said if a fighter's taking that long out the ring, he could be doing something. Bud ain't taking no fight since Madrid off.
Shout out Matt. He's been.
Question. He gave us the education. Y'all scared to ask the question. I mean, are you thinking of that behind your mind? Is he ain't fight since Madrimov? He got to build himself up. You specifically saying there's steroids to make your bone density. I mean, sound like an opportunity.
And we've been hearing him associated with snack as well too. Just throwing that out there.
I don't do that.
I'm just saying, some guys, we know how the snack program is viewed.
I don't know how we got on Bud's being on steroids. I don't think Bud is a dirty fighter. I'm not going nowhere near that. I don't even want to be associated with that.
Say less. Say less.
I think Bud is a great fighter. I don't know why he's been out of the ring. I really don't know, but I definitely don't want to suggest that I think that Bud is on any type of PEDs. Not at all.
Terence Crawford didn't take a tune-up fight before facing Canelo because it could have caused him more hardships. Moving up to 168 pounds is already a challenge, and going against a top fighter like Canelo without a warm-up fight makes it even tougher. Analysts argue that Crawford won't perform well at this weight class, especially against someone as skilled as Canelo. Many believe this fight isn't about competition, but more of a money grab, with Crawford risking his reputation. The general consensus is that Crawford's chances of beating Canelo are slim, making the matchup more about profit than sport.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there. Why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
Terence Crawford responds to critics, saying people doubt his move up in weight, claiming he'll have a tough time. He points out that Canelo also moved up in weight and lost, but Terence went up and won. Crawford uses this to show he can handle the challenge and prove doubters wrong, confident in his ability to succeed at higher weight classes despite the skepticism.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Bernie Thaboxer, Terence Crawford's trusted coach, exudes confidence ahead of the showdown between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. In his remarks, he directly challenges Canelo, warning that the Mexican superstar is tailor-made for what Crawford brings to the ring. Bernie believes Crawford's style, skill set, and mindset perfectly match up against Canelo's strengths and weaknesses, making the fight favorable for their side. Bernie highlights Crawford's fearless attitude and unwavering guts, qualities he believes will carry him to victory. According to Bernie, Crawford possesses the mental toughness and strategic acumen to capitalize on Canelo's vulnerabilities. This coach's confidence underscores the deep preparation and belief within Crawford's camp that they have a blueprint to dethrone one of boxing's biggest names.
A lot of people are saying about Crawford's age, but, you know, no boxing, no life, as Canelo would say. And Crawford still, you know, in age, but he ain't took no punishment. He's cautious, you know, he works hard throughout these years, so, you know, of course you're gonna, you know, you gotta count that in the factor, but in his heart and his mind and his spirit, he's still youthful about boxing. He loves boxing, and this is one way to get him up. You know, he's a challenge guy. He loves a challenge, and Canelo is the biggest challenge you can get. You know, we got to go up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes to get a guy like that. Hardest puncher, great counter puncher, tons of experience, undisputed champion, unified champion, a couple of divisions champion, and so we didn't get the Pacquiao or the Mayweather, but we getting Canelo, and nothing comes easy to Team Crawford, and expect us to look good on the 12th. Expect us to come out victorious September 12th.
Oh, we obviously just saw his fight against Skull, and people didn't obviously enjoy it, the back foot boxing from Skull and whatever, yeah. But what fight can fans expect from Bud? Because a lot of people think that it'll be similar to that or the Charlo fight or whatever like that.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. You know, Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We're going to do everything we can to him. We're going to do whatever we got to do. But one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him, because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something. And he better know Crawford is coming.
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas offers a nuanced perspective on this matchup. While acknowledging Canelo's accomplishments and skill, Atlas suggests that Crawford is in a league of his own, real special, in his words. He notes that Canelo, though still a formidable fighter, does not exhibit the same dominance he once had. Atlas points out that Canelo's physical condition and ring performance have shown signs of decline. The once invincible force now appears less explosive and dynamic. In contrast, Crawford remains a top-tier athlete, maintaining speed, precision, and tactical versatility that set him apart from his peers. Atlas's insights raise critical questions about whether Canelo can maintain his former edge against a hungry and highly skilled opponent like Crawford.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher, a unified champion that he's been, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Terence Crawford himself exudes calm confidence about the upcoming fight. Speaking candidly about his preparations, Crawford asserts that once training camp begins, he will fully showcase his abilities and deliver his best performance. This mindset reflects his focus and readiness, emphasizing that he is mentally and physically prepared for the challenges ahead. Crawford's confidence signals his belief that with proper preparation, he can neutralize Canelo's strengths and execute a winning strategy. This attitude is crucial, as the psychological aspect of boxing often plays a decisive role. His composure and determination suggest he is not overwhelmed by Canelo's reputation or the magnitude of the fight.
So you against Israel Madrimov, how do you view that performance? And I guess what lessons, if any, can you take into your next fight against Canelo?
I thought it was a great performance. I thought I did what I wanted in the ring. I thought I picked it up when I wanted to. I thought I banged when I wanted to, boxed real well. I don't take nothing from it, because styles make fights, and Canelo has a different style than Israel Madrimov. So, we just go from there.
Did you notice any differences in yourself, your ability to carry power or take a shot or anything like that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Veteran boxing journalists Chris Mannix and Mora analyze Canelo's current status, emphasizing that the superstar is increasingly dividing his attention between business ventures and boxing. This shift has led to speculation that his training and physical conditioning may not be as intense or focused as in previous years. Despite this, Mannix and Mora still acknowledge Canelo's elite status in the sport. He remains a pound-for-pound great, capable of tremendous power and skill. However, the demands outside the ring may impact his sharpness and stamina. This duality creates an interesting dynamic. While Canelo's reputation carries weight, his recent priorities raise doubts about whether he can maintain the relentless intensity required to defeat a prime opponent like Crawford.
A lot differently than he once did. Canelo at one point was an elite pound-for-pound talent, a take-on-all-comers type of guy. Now, Bob says he looks at Canelo as more of a businessman. Now, this is not an original take. A lot of people have been saying stuff similar since Canelo decided not to take a fight against David Benvidez. But what do you think? Is Canelo right now a boxer or is he a businessman?
I would agree with Bob Arum. I think he's more of a businessman than a boxer, but that's what happens when you're a pay-per-view star. I mean, if you look back at all the big stars, I mean, if I go back to Mike Tyson in the 90s when he got out of jail, he was selective with his opponents. Oscar De La Hoya, in between the monsters that he fought, he had guys like, David Kamau and Patrick Carpentier and many others. So I just think Canelo's taking a page from that book. There's still solid names on the resume. So when you look at the name, 20 years from now, you're just going to see an undefeated record and the fact that he was a title holder in the opponents that Canelo has. They're still former champions or champions with excellent resumes. And yeah, they're calculated risks now. But whenever you're that long in the tooth, like Canelo, with over, he's 35 years old with well over 65 fights as a professional. I just think he earned that right. He earned that right to be picking and choosing whoever he wants to fight at this stage of his career. And if selected right in the right areas on the right date, at the right time, I think fans are going to support him. Fans are always going to support stars, pay-per-view stars.
Strategists and fans alike agree that Crawford's best chance to defeat Canelo lies in maintaining his hallmark speed and controlling the fight's tempo and positioning. Keeping the fight in the center of the ring allows Crawford to exploit his superior footwork and counterpunching abilities. By staying active and dictating the pace, Crawford can prevent Canelo from cornering him or setting up powerful shots. This strategy requires endurance, sharp reflexes, and tactical discipline, all of which Crawford has demonstrated consistently. If he can implement this game plan effectively, analysts believe Crawford's chances of victory increase significantly.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo go?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Prominent boxer David Benvidez weighs in with a practical assessment of Crawford's strengths. Benvidez believes Crawford's physical power and resilience could be decisive factors in overcoming Canelo. He acknowledges that if Crawford manages to win, it would not come as a shock, as Crawford possesses the tools necessary to neutralize Canelo's advantages. Benvidez's endorsement adds credibility to the view that Crawford is not an underdog without a chance. Instead, he is a strong, well-rounded competitor with the potential to disrupt Canelo's dominance. This opinion highlights how Crawford's strength and tactical skill make this fight genuinely competitive.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
An influential boxing commentator known as Showbiz the Adult draws parallels between Crawford's upcoming challenge and Floyd Mayweather's previous victory over Canelo. He suggests Crawford could use similar defensive and counter-punching tactics to wear Canelo down and possibly stop him. The commentator notes that Canelo tends to tire and struggle when forced to fight while moving backward or when pressured continuously.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evanesia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switched, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass whipper.
Ryan Garcia offers a contrasting view, emphasizing Canelo's physical superiority. Garcia points out that Canelo's size, strength, and punching power give him a substantial edge, especially since Crawford is moving up in weight classes to face him. Garcia warns that the weight difference and Canelo's natural physical advantages could pose significant challenges for Crawford. Overcoming such a formidable physical presence requires more than skill. It demands extraordinary resilience and strategy.
That's going to be a great fight, too. I can't believe they made that happen. So, yeah, Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason, right?
He said Teofimo and Boots.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson has expressed his reservations about this upcoming matchup, focusing on the weight disparity between the fighters. Tyson notes that Crawford struggled against Israel Madrimov partly due to size and awkwardness, suggesting that a bout at 168 pounds against Canelo would be even tougher.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky, yeah.
Want to know.
Sean Porter raises a critical question about Crawford's ability to withstand Canelo's renowned punching power. Porter emphasizes that Canelo is one of the hardest hitters in boxing, and with Crawford moving up in weight, the challenge intensifies.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know. So I think, if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
that's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.